nothing might stop it from happening, but someone's got a greater risk of being thrown in jail for it.
It's actually decriminalized, so they can't throw me in jail.
They can fine you, right?
Yeah, if they're being dicks, but like...
It's like the same thing as alcohol.
Yeah. It's like something like over 2 or so ounces, it's considered trafficking. Then you get into like things, but besides that, they can just be like, hey, stop.
But it tastes so good. Okay, is anyone drinking tonight?
Yes, sir.
Cheers.
High quality H2O.
High quality.
H2O, baby.
Straight from the
We're talking about...
There's high standards there. Such high standards.
They talk about all the cyanide in our water.
I want to talk about all the cyanide in our apples. Yes.
I was just gonna ask, where are we on the map? Because everything sounds wrong.
Currently, nowhere. This is just the main town, main farming / township before. And then also you guys are currently up here.
Oh.
Everyone except Talos.
Up at Dimitri's shop.
That's right.
Where's Thalos? Oh,
In my
is this a nunnery? Like, why is there so many women?
Yeah, he's hitting on all the beaches.
Effectively, the commoner token is all women, but it's Lyra and Kane at the temple.
Showing him his Drew Tang.
Hell yeah.
Getting blessed.
Or blessing.
Painting walls.
God damn.
I'm sorry. Apologies. I'm so sorry.
Call back.
Try not to miss the week. No. I wanted to. One, I had to pick up that decursed item from Lyra, but I also wanted to visit the temple so I could say a prayer at the statue of Asher, because it's like a united temple, and I know Ziri like prayed there once, so I'm hoping there's a statue of Asher or something like that, so I can, do my thing.
Yeah.
Also ask around, see if anyone has noticed any other survivors who have mentioned Asher or come to pray at Asher's feet or anything like that.
Alrighty, so just in short recap, basically a lot of debate of what to do with your money. Went back to meet up with Zhang again and inform him of the situation and that they would be falling back and basically essentially returning to the Castle of Otren, probably most likely moving beyond that, especially with the Delacroix family extending an invitation out to them and saying that they would be most welcome, so they're going to try and bring Gurg along as best as they can. They know leaving him behind is a 50-50 situation. They're not sure.
Got a fucking job.
Yeah. He's not sure whether or not Gurg would follow along or be able to be bribed, as obviously he's not very smart. At the same time, it'd be suicide to be on the front lines with no other remaining forces, as well as the fact that he would most likely be able to convince some people to clear out of the farmlands here, as well as try and get Reclune, the head commander of the arms and forces here at the farmer sections, to be able to at least fall back to the castle. And in the midst of this, you had stopped by Dimitri's shop and informed him of the situation of the Delacroix estate, being further north toward the mountain stays, and to bring Haven and Darby there as well. So, after a brief discussion in this situation, obviously you are now at the crossroads of where you want to go with essentially your money. You also have the information of the mansion of Veronica Fairbank, as well as the other travels that you would have to do to basically get further south, along with the excuse me, green runestone's weapon, which you know is to the southwest of the lands in the desert, after the Emerald Knight Fervor had informed you of it. But he was trying to get the green runestone back so that he would be able to claim the glaive, which is still sitting at his family's mausoleum. Aside from the blue rose stone that still sits in the Triton's Water City underneath the Great Lake near Shushapaniki, there is also the curiosity of the golden Pugilist weapons that is still unknown to the current circumstance as to where they are.
Did we leave the Emerald Knight in the other town? Or where did he go? Or did he just, like, go home?
He essentially departed after your interaction with King Snur and such, just on mainly the curiosity of trying to find his way and see if he can't find the Green Runestone, which, ironically, you have all found in turn, but you're not sure exactly where he is at. You know that he was essentially heading further westward.
Hello, birth giver. Hello, my child.
So, with that, you also know that Polgain, the fallen Azamar, with the very simple life that he was trying to keep to be more respectful, so that he might be able to return to Mount Celestia one day, you had hired him to transport his ship to one of the mainstay rivers here, so you'd be able to travel through the smaller continent to the south, as well as be able to get you to one of the Greater Lakes through one of the trade route rivers. So, and that's also where things had broken down into whether or not you should have a traveling harlot ship to be able to stop in harbor to have business, or to open a business here and have a brothel. That'd be lucrative as hell.
That was a good idea.
So, obviously coming out.
Wait, are we going with taverns in every town? Or ship of hose?
Oh my god, why are we doing a floating brothel?
Oh, I still
My
go
eldest
tavern.
Indy crew.
Hello, eldest.
Hello.
I still think we should maybe consider taverns in towns.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we're talking about future benefits for, like, obviously earning money is nice, but I feel like in terms of our adventuring, having a network of businesses for us to utilize in our travels would be, and like local gossip would be very helpful.
But that'll also probably net us money.
I'm down with that.
I agree.
Alright.
So, which town are we in right now? I didn't catch that.
Currently, you're in the main farmsteads just before the Castle of Otren and this city of Otren.
In Otren. So, do we want to start our tavern spy network in Otren?
Sure, we're here. We can hire someone for that, or to do that.
But it doesn't fall to the next assault. Yeah.
Hmm?
It can be like a tavern / fighters guild. It's D&D. We can do whatever we want.
Essentially.
I would like to purchase a griffin. I am on the lookout for a exotic creature retailer, or perhaps some animal poachers. Ooh, that I could liberate a hippogriff from. I'm looking for a flying mount.
Okay. So, let's see.
Are there any winged pegasi? Do we come across any friendly-looking gargoyles?
Well, riding a gargoyle, unless it's like of unusual size, would be interesting. Let's see. What do I want to have him roll essentially for this? I'm thinking.
Roll for flying mount.
Just because it's such a unique request. You're actually the first player to ever fucking want to.
Really?
Yeah. So.
That's shocking to me.
It is.
Side question before we get. Actually, no. Finish it now.
Yeah. So let's see. Go ahead and roll me an investigation, followed up with a persuasion.
Okay. Not good at either of those things. We've got a 21 investigation followed by a 16 persuasion. So I've rolled good for both of those.
Alright, so effectively you do find that you wander a little bit on the outskirts of town, not too crazily far. But you actually do find that there are a few farmers and poachers that seem to have a few barns, larger than usual. And you can see clearly there's a couple of, heavy-sized workhorses and such clearly coming in and out. But as you kind of checking around, you start taking note that you do see that there are a few things that seem out of place, especially between the fact that they have a butcher up front kind of doing up raw meat, but you clearly don't see anyone buying any meat from them. And you quickly take note easily that you see a feather or two of unusual size there. So you go up to this precarious looking man. He looks pretty weathered, and you can see that he's missing quite a few fingers. And
Trust that.
easy enough and short, because obviously I was never expecting it. You do manage to weasel your way into the barn. He does show you that he's got a few exotic creatures and a couple of eggs that have clearly been poached or being sold on the black market to curious buyers. You do see some that are very, very clearly not griffin eggs. You can roll a nature if you like.
I would love.
Alright. Go ahead. Hit me with the nature. Oh my fucking god.
Oh, ho, ho, that's a natural 20, baby. A 23 to discern what kind of eggs and creatures I am looking at.
Alrighty, so aside from the griffins that you can actually see some that are still young, but at least sized enough where you'd be able to ride one, but it's not trained yet. That is the difference. You do see a few of the rarer eggs that you question whether or not that they would be safe in anyone's hands, really. Between one egg is definitely that of a behir.
What is that, and how do I take it from to life?
I can find an image of what a behir looks like for you. They're horrific looking.
Yes, can I make it a mount?
Definitely after some very hard training.
It could probably have several saddles for us. Here, I posted a picture in Deadass Rangers.
Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say.
Yeah, I take that. Can we take that egg?
So that egg is literally the size of your torso. That egg is 40 pounds. That's why it sticks out so to. So you're gonna either have to plan out something to get that from the black market, which is good. Yep. So that's definitely the most notable egg, because that one itself is probably one of the most dangerous creatures that you can note just from looking at it.
Yep.
Another one is clearly that of a couple of drakehounds, which is peculiar to say the least, because usually only kobolds raise those. Mm-hmm. So obviously
they're normally too small for a regular creature to ride.
Mm-hmm. But you could tell that they were probably planning. Essentially, think of a dragon dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just no wings.
How large is it? Like what kind of dog?
Essentially a mastiff. It will grow.
Oh,
it would.
nice.
It will
Yeah.
grow up to that size, and there are a few that have hatched and have grown. You can tell
Can I-
those ones are trained to a degree. Obviously, they're still going through the process, but other than that, there are the griffin eggs, and there are a few other crates that seem to be shut up tight and ready to be shipped out. One that is very distinctly different, especially from the packing itself. With the nature alone, you could tell that this creature probably came from a extraordinarily cold climate, because there is an actual rune etched into the side to make sure that this packing is either remaining cool or not susceptible to heat.
Okay.
Okay, so what am I looking at for like prices? Or am I like a sneaker right now?
To, like, liberate them.
Well, I rolled persuasion, so I wasn't sure if I was sneaking right now or what was happening.
Well, they effectively let you into essentially the black market just outside of Otren.
Right.
And obviously, people have been buying here for some time. You would assume that probably most of the knights have maybe gotten something, maybe a lord or two. But especially with Reclune, not
They're
so.
in on it.
Yeah. But especially with Reclune, not too far, and you've seen how she operates. If she got wind of this, which is why they clearly keep it hush still, is that if she even heard of this, she would probably be so far up their ass they could taste her. But,
All right.
so...
Can I wander over to the Griffin handler?
Anything else of interest?
Oh yeah, got to.
So you're just looking at essentially like anything else that they have between that? They do have...
I want to know the whole store before I go somewhere.
Alright.
So those cold crates, the Drakehound eggs, and the egg of that other thing.
Yeah, the egg of the Behir, which is...
There's only one Behir egg.
Yeah, there's only one of those, but you could tell that somebody definitely paid probably good money to get that there, and it's obvious. It's very obviously going to be shipped out soon, because obviously
That's already a purchased product.
Oh well, I would like maybe a Drakehound or two.
I was gonna say I might some pet Drakehounds might go a long way. That could be pretty dope.
Yeah.
But I want to talk to the Griffin people first because I need me a flying mount, and I'm gonna see if they're gonna let me do some sort of bulk purchase where I get a bunch for cheaper and the party gets flying.
And I'm also
Sorry, Invincible.
Well, Invincible will be able to fly. Ooh, no, I think Jin can summon superior mounts now.
No, I don't think right now. I have to find out.
Yeah, I would have to look at the spells. I think you're close.
Probably.
Because you could... Even if you want to summon a Griffin Jin, I would definitely let it just be invincible straight up.
Okay,
But-
how much are these Griffins? How expensive are these Griffins, though?
Alright, so the Griffins themselves, you can see that they only have about 4 that are hatched and been trained partially. The other ones are still fairly young and still need a good amount of training. You can see there's another 3 there, so 7 total. 3 untrained, 4 that are partially trained and still need a little work getting used to effectively whatever you're planning to do with them, Warfield or even anything in between such. But each Griffin would run you a hefty 800 gold for the trained ones. If you want the untrained ones, they will only be 600.
Don't we have a lot of money?
Yeah.
We have a lot of money.
I'd honestly
Wait,
get the
may I ask you a
trained
question?
ones.
I could pick up 4 trained Griffins for now.
How much is opening a tavern?
Opening essentially a tavern, like, well, the best question as we go into D&D business end.
Or we just buy a place if it's cheaper.
Effectively, you could buy a place. Depends on like how high quality end you want it. You know that Artress is obviously familiar with barter and trade, and also running a place, and even working for Dorian Seville has obviously been in the ins and outs of business and trade.
Her and what's it? Their son.
Yes. Fucking.
Yeah, they're very business heavy.
We have
That's why I wanted them.
over 1,000 gold pieces individually.
Yep.
We got a crap ton, so I feel like, you know, flying mounts would be really, really awesome, but I also don't want to blow our chance to build a national
We
flag.
have how much? Like 40k in goods?
We have 4,500 platinum pieces, not dipping into our stash of like expensive
Yep.
gems and shit, like loot. We have a shit ton of platinum laying around and a bunch of loot that's worth a lot, worth 18,000 gold. That's 1,800 platinum.
Which also, just in reference to the Drake Hounds, essentially, that would be running you 100 gold per trained Drake Hound.
Can the Drake
What about
Hounds
that?
fly?
No,
The egg.
the eggs themselves are only 25 gold apiece.
Do you want to get some eggs?
I want some eggs. I won't want to know what the cold eggs is up to.
All right. Do you want to? Because you can see the guy. He's sitting there pretty open with it. You know.
I'm gonna give him 25 gold for an egg.
You know, one fucked up looking guy to a burn victim. Yeah, because you can tell he's fucked up and scarred up from all these creatures that he's clearly trained, and the missing fingers is very obvious now as to why.
How much are the trained ones?
The trained ones are 100 gold, but they will follow your orders to the letter.
Yes.
What do
would
they
like
speak?
I would like a trained one. Well, yeah, what do they speak?
For that,
Do they understand common?
they were trained in common.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I'd like a Drake Hound.
Alright.
Want to
Okay.
get two or?
I was gonna get one at
Oh,
least,
okay. Alright.
like to guard my griffin, if nothing else.
Yeah, I'd like a buddy.
All right. So is it the two of us at the like evil pawn shop?
I mean, Ramus is an opportunist, so.
Okay. So Aiden grabbed Ramus and we went to the black market, and I am going to purchase, I guess, four trained griffins. So that's 800 times 4. I'm going to buy one guard drake, so that's 100. That's trained, and you're buying one, so that's 2. Is there and what's up with the cold eggs? The eggs.
And
of
was
cold.
there anything else of interest?
Yeah.
Question is PP platinum
You broke up there, sadly.
is PP platinum pieces
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
and P is gold pieces, right?
Correct.
Yes.
And how many gold pieces is a platinum piece?
Oh,
10.
10. Yep. We're not DMs.
10 gold is 1 platinum.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry. And those boxes of cold nonsense.
Roll me a persuasion. Is
Oh,
obviously
another one?
yeah, because obviously that's already in order to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Ooh, that's called a crit fail.
yeah. Then he like, sorry, friend. I respect your business, but that's a private pie.
I just kind of grunt negligently. Can I? I'm not actually allowed to read his mind with my Clash Star powers, so it's like, all right, I'll purchase. How much is the one untrained griffin? I want at least griffins for everybody.
The one untrained was 600.
Okay, I'll add that. So that's a cool 4,000. I'll give them a bag of 400 platinum pieces. But now everybody has a griffin mount. I give the not trained griffin mount to
Especially it's. You
I
get.
don't know who I give it to. Do I give it to the other druid because he's gonna have a high nature and be able an animal handling and be able to do it, or do I give it to Jin because Jin's mean to Aiden?
You just see like the 4 proud griffins come out with the full
The
barding.
DM God said that he'll allow Invincible to fly, so I'm
Yeah.
good.
Oh, okay, then I don't buy the other one. I
Alright.
don't buy the untrained
No.
one.
You bought the special needs griffin. Take care of the special needs griffin.
I'm not buying the special needs griffin if we're just letting
It's too late.
Invincible
You already bought
fly.
it. It's sold. All
I'm
deals
putting
are
the
final.
600 gold back onto my sheet. I'm re-adding the 600 gold right now.
Take the
It's
special needs griffin.
it's
Oh!
happening right now. It's already happening. All right.
Taking the special needs griffin.
So I got a blue Drake Hound, and my Griffin has it looks like Zuri. I don't know what Zuri.
And a
I doesn't know what
-1
Zuri looks
intellect
like.
modifier.
Yes, it's a dumbass dumb Griffin.
That's
Alright, so then I think
it's that griffin that bred
Its
with a
flight
parrot.
controls are inverted.
Can I just pick a color, or does he have specific colors?
It doesn't have specific colors, just specific needs.
For the Drake Hounds, there are enough there for whichever color you wish to choose, because obviously, whoever they're dealing with, it's very likely kobolds, is definitely selling it directly to them.
What about the griffins? Do they all have specific coloring?
For that, you can see the mix of plumages. It still has like the nice golds, and some that have like a few black feathers mixed in, and some that are kind of like tipped with a nice auburn kind of brown.
I want the one with the black feathers.
All right.
Is it all black?
For pretty much most of it, but then like right before where the claws and hooves essentially are, you could see like the white feathers go. Kind of like, essentially like.
That sounds like a sock cat, like cat with 4 white paws.
Exactly like that.
That's
I
like my cat. That's perfect. Okay, that's my griffin.
I have like an ash gray Drake Hound up there as well.
Ash gray. They're the closest one for the ash gray kind of Drake Hound would be a black one, but so you with the lighter scaling color.
Where can I put a note about my griffin?
In your bio, your allies and organization.
Yeah, be sure to keep track of that in your bio.
I will train my Drake Hound to stay with my Griffin to protect it. It sits on the back of the Griffin and only gets off to eat or hunt or do stuff that I tell it. Otherwise, it lives on top of the Griffin. There's a small bed directly behind my saddle that I fashion. It's very comfy looking. I need a name now.
Best part.
The Drake Hound's name is going to be Snake. And the Griffin is going to be called Featherhead.
I'm gonna think about it.
My Drake Hound's called Wheelchair Jimmy.
Dog, why?
I'll definitely have to get the.
What's up, mate? Rain?
Yeah.
Can I get a token of Drake in Degrassi as like my Drake Hound?
You definitely can if you sent it to me. I'm grabbing tokens real quick. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rain.
Oh, I was asking how old are these griffins?
So essentially, these griffins have matured. They are 4 years old.
Oh, mature. And you said they're fully trained?
Yes, these ones are the fully trained ones, and they come with barding that they are obviously used to wearing.
You mean like
Saddles.
right?
And, yeah.
Nice. Fully trained. Well, as long as it poops outside, we're good.
Or wherever you essentially leave.
I mean, it's a wild creature. It can hunt and care for itself.
Wow, Kenny, what the fuck?
It's my black Drake Hound. Wheelchair.
Alright.
Nah, I'll find.
I can't touch my.
No, that's too good. I love that. I appreciate it. Damn, son, you savage. Hold on. Okay, good.
Alright, fine. I guess I have to stick with it then.
God damn. Alright, so the 4 griffins, the two drake hounds. In which
4 griffins, 2 drake hounds, and a partridge in a pear tree.
That's right, that's the spirit.
This is what I was gonna use if you were to make that one. Because I thought that looked pretty badass.
that is
The griffin's
badass.
stepping on me. This is not my kink.
I would definitely allow that if that's what you want to use.
Dealer's choice.
I can't touch my griffin token. So
Hold on.
sad. I cry every time.
Hold on.
Damn, we have like a party now.
You have a fucking army, is what you got.
We're building it.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Jim.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
There is no Jesus Christ anymore.
There's only
Hound.
Drake Hound. No, that's what I name him. Drake Hound.
So we've got Snake and Drake Hound.
First and last name.
Alright.
Can I order the griffin into combat?
For that, yes, because it does actually have a kill command. The black market dealer will essentially cover all of those orders between all that.
I was flying in the air and then my griffin teleported back to the ground.
Sorry, I was double checking the token to make sure. I was fine.
You're so fine. It was just funny.
Alright. But essentially, obviously, between that and buying 4 of their trained griffins, which obviously they were going to try and sell to whoever was essentially there, just to basically try and get things up and out at the current circumstance, with essentially the war approaching.
What is it, a guard Drake? Or
Yeah, essentially these are guard drakes. They are, I still call them drake hounds because that's essentially what they are.
can I add the token or do you have to?
I have to add the token. Just give me a moment. I will have to edit the token real quick moment.
I like that we started and my first thing that I did was, hey, I do a bunch of work like adding tokens.
You had to ask about the shop.
Well, I realized we have a shit ton of money, and something I always expect my players to do is be like, oh, can we get magic items and magic animals? And they do constantly. And I was like, oh, maybe I should do that.
I'm just laughing that you're essentially the first person to ever want to buy like a griffin.
I can't believe it. I'm shocked.
Flabbergasted.
like your bones.
You need to not be the worst.
Alright,
He's
so
just
what
like
the heck-
fighting me.
Why my griffin? Oh, I have additional questions. Can I ask my additional questions?
Please do.
How far can these griffins fly without brakes?
Effectively, they can go 12 hours.
12 hours of flight.
Yep. But
And how far?
I would actually have to do the statistics, but also at the same fact that since you don't have to worry about essentially traveling over land and you could just go straight over objects, it would be a lot faster, especially with a fly speed of 80. So essentially you're already traveling much faster than a normal horse.
With the griffin?
Yes.
So 80 feet? Whoa.
Yeah, 80 feet of flight. And that's
80 feet of flight per 6 seconds per hour
yeah.
for 12 hours is 345,000 feet.
Wait a minute. You said 80 feet in 6 seconds.
Yes.
That's how fast this griffin can fly.
Yes. It flies 80 feet in a round, which is 6 seconds.
So you're essentially traveling 20 feet a second.
Yes. Which is roughly
20 feet?
345,000 feet in 12 hours. Which, if you divide that by miles, is roughly 65 miles. 65.4 to be exact.
65 miles an hour.
65 miles in a day.
Oh, 65 miles in a day.
In 12 hours.
12 hours.
So basically, you guys can now effectively travel the entirety of the lands fairly easily.
You're so smart, Nate. What the f?
But we're flying to our ship.
We're gonna roost on the ship and just park our flying mounts all on the deck of the ship.
That's the hard question: is where the hell are you gonna put the fucking griffins on the ship?
Well, we now have enough money to build griffin stables on every boat we ever need. We just build it on the front of the boat, and the griffins can lay there at night, and during the day they can hunt and do whatever the fuck they want.
Didn't we
Or
give
sleep.
him money to get a bigger boat?
Exactly. If he didn't invest in a griffin carrier, he's not forward thinking enough for us.
Gave him money to start a fleet. You didn't give him enough time to get a new fucking ship. He traveled there in 2 fucking days.
Then now we have griffins, so we're gonna be back even faster. Perfect. We should sell the horses too.
Yeah.
We shouldn't just like forget about the horses. We should sell them. Oh wait, but how are we gonna deal with the rest of our land-bound like companions?
I guess we keep some horses then.
They could be
Worst clients ever. Let me touch my my Drake token so I can put him on my griffin with me,
Fine.
and I can say that my griffin is full
Are
and
you
cannot carry big giant ladies.
Did you change
Yeah,
yourself
I got a
this?
question.
Yes, go ahead.
Is there player killing in this?
Yeah, if you want to fuck him up, go for it.
If he suggests one more stupid thing, I'm gonna shove every weapon I have down his throat.
Dang.
I got you a flying mount. I don't know why
I
you're
have
telling
a
me.
flying mount.
Because your DM said sure.
He was gonna fly eventually. These are just training wings.
4 levels from now, bro. That's like me getting Wish now.
Yeah, you got wished back to life. You died once already.
I didn't die. I never died. I've never even been below half health. I don't know what you're talking about.
Reincarnated.
Tag.
The tension is palpable.
I didn't think so.
This griffin full. G.
Taking a
Call
fucking...
him Sebastian.
He's just gonna be a boy. Dobby.
Dobby. Oh god.
Griffin's name is Dobby, guys.
Dobby!
You do know
Does he
who
have
named him
blue
after.
fire hair?
Exactly.
What?
Does he have blue fire hair?
Oh, wrong Dobby.
That's exactly who the little one named it after.
Mahuro's.
I like the Black Drake.
Oh
Canadian?
my fucking god.
It's Drake. How?
Drake in this token. Oh my god.
Because it's Drake. How?
Oh my fucking god.
He's
No.
mobile. Drake is mobile.
Listen, he's good over land.
Hey, what are these here?
Decorations.
Those are the essentially the alchemist version of the solar system.
Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. Alright. So, what's really good? Where are we going?
Oh,
Into the sky! And Aiden flies up into the sky.
so are we setting up these towns starting here or no?
Otren.
Alright, so you set up essentially in the city going for I should ask, like, effectively, are you gonna have like Artris in charge of it and have her stay behind to maintain it? Nira.
If she wants to, if we offer it to her and her son to start the network of taverns.
I feel Ku would be better off left at that, and Artris could be used for any combat that's coming up.
You
And we're
wanna
gonna
leave
need her.
Ku behind on cap, like, we can't leave Ku.
No, he would drink us into the ground immediately.
And he can't be trusted.
How can he not be trusted? He
He's
hasn't let
got
us down.
demons in his brain.
We met
And you
Artress,
are not?
like, met Artress 3 hours ago. I don't think she could be trusted either. You should, like...
It's
Well,
either
that's someone
going to
that
be
we
Dia
actually
or Nira.
Dia's practically useless. We could give it to her.
Nira could handle herself. She could run around. Also, Rain's hitting some true fact.
We just got, I think, both of them a new axe and armor.
That's great.
No.
She could,
Dia had armor this whole time. Your girl didn't have armor.
that says a lot.
Well,
more.
we got them plus 1 armor.
Yes.
Yeah. And we like paid for that shit, so put that to use.
I vote we leave this girl in charge.
I don't even know who that is.
She looks like she could be trusted.
You're just pointing random people out.
Okay, what about Lyra?
She is the muscular tailor of the town.
She can be trusted. Look at that.
I think
Lyra,
She's already got a job.
F someone up.
Can we just go to the tavern here and
Buy it?
Make them like an offer and give them some money to start more for us?
You essentially could, but this is basically going to be like right mid-war zone for your tavern.
Okay.
Not
When-
like
when
here,
it-
you know,
Yeah, in Otren you could.
problem.
So you would go to the city of Otren to proposition a bar to give up their business for a time?
Can't we just build a tavern in the Delacroix estate?
To buy it and put them in charge of expansion.
It's just all
Yo,
we're trying to do is give people money to.
That's just so Peaky Blinders. Listen, you can't just walk up into a shop and be like, "Here's money. Now you're gonna run the shop for me." And you're no longer.
Says who?
No, that's
we
why
got
we
enough
run.
money to slap people with coins.
And then we leave our Goliath enforcer behind to enforce.
Are we? Are we not like a /good group?
I'm
Okay.
looking out
if you
for
want to
me.
be a good group, we could leave Drake Hound behind, and he can do his thing.
No.
Drake Hound could run this whole thing.
Drake Hound is coming with us.
Drake Hound is technically a Drake Hound
you need
and
a-
will
you
not
need
be
a
a
pause.
fucking
Drake
proprietor.
Hound could handle it.
Hound.
Drake Hound could take care.
He's a Drake Hound. He can't do anything besides go rah rah.
And get shot.
Oh,
Are we going to Ultra? What?
Wait, why are we going to Otren?
Silent?
It's a proposition for the tavern and to start new tavern.
Are there no like vacancies? Or are there no such thing as vacancies in this world?
Our house got vacancy. That's why we built an orphanage.
essentially, I assume you're going to go there and investigate to see if there is a property for sale by the township.
Yes.
Okay.
Can't we just walk into the place and be like, "Are you open to offers?"
You
Are you
definitely,
gonna say it nicely or with pointy bits?
No, it nicely.
you definitely can. But I will forewarn you, the city is a fairly expensive piece because obviously it's the major city.
When you say expensive, what do you mean?
Essentially, to own the deed or the writ to that part of the land is effectively what you're trying to buy.
Like the deed to the land itself?
Yes. To
Not the-
prove your ownership, and obviously you would have to pay taxes, but obviously if anyone rocked up or tried to say like, oh, this is mine, and they're squatting out, you could basically go to the town guard and be like, here's my deed, here's my proof, get these assholes off my property.
But to buy it off of somebody, like
How much would it cost?
Well, essentially, do you want to go for the squalor side of the city, or do you want to go for the nicer side?
Let's just say,
Was strategically located or not? Oh, what were you gonna say, bro?
let's just say hypothetically that I told my god to earmuff himself, and we killed the person who has the best deed.
To the king?
Of the group?
no, for the
I'm
tavern.
just saying.
We're
trying to make money.
And you can't get your hands dirty like that. Have Ku do it.
Have Ku do it.
Ku is not y'all like.
I could kill the king. Like it'd be really easy.
I have a feeling we're gonna see Ku and a guillotine. This is not fun.
Ku is not gonna do any of this.
No,
What?
he's not killing any kings.
Like I know about this this really unique poison from the Underdark. Like, a lot of the draws didn't want me to, like, go anywhere near it. It's like purple worm poison.
That's,
See, this can come in handy.
Purple worm poison is very bad.
It's expensive. It's expensive, but I guarantee you it will kill the king.
Anybody?
Okay, we gotta reevaluate our morals.
Hurry.
Let's do it. Let's do an alignment check real quick. Let's all go
I
around
think
the
our
circle.
alignments have shifted.
I used to play a chaotic good character. I do not anymore. I freely
I don't
admit
even
this.
remember my alignment, but it's really turning to like a chaotic evil.
No,
Yeah.
I'm still pretty.
Right quick.
So, in short, going from NPCs, Dimitri, lawful good. Havanask, lawful good. Darme, lawful good. Artress is neutral. Nira is chaotic neutral. Kuposhek is chaotic evil, in all honesty.
There it is.
Oh, okay.
Alignment is empty on my sheet. All.
This bit's
just an-
empty.
Rain,
No morals or anything.
Rain, you fall in chaotic neutral.
Oh, okay.
CG. Put CG there, Rain.
Okay.
I am a true neutral. TN.
It's true. He's middle ground. He's flavor town.
I think my alignment is correct.
What is yours? Good?
Chaotic good.
Chaotic good? Yeah. No, yours is
I'd say I'm neutral, but I'm probably more chaotic neutral.
yeah.
Gotta go.
Oh, look at you.
That's why I always laugh when people are like, "Oh, you know, chaotic neutral and neutral is the boring." I'm like, no, it's not. It's people who actually will sway in the scale, pending the situation.
It's people going, I'm playing the game. Let's see where it's going.
Yeah. All right. So.
See, I'm the type of person that resets his RPG when I make an NPC sad.
So, for yes.
Ask if we could look at the map of Otren and decide where we can put it strategically. Because I think having Tavern on the outskirts where travelers come in is where we can gain the most in terms of like political information.
If it,
That.
yeah, if it's gonna be like a tavern slash, I don't know, fighters guild because we want to protect it, we should probably put it on the road somewhere.
Yeah, you can put it on one of the main trade routes. If you're going for basically a main information hub, you would probably want to go for Mantoraka.
Night spawn.
Oh, they say good night.
Oh, good night.
Good night.
We'll trial.
I specifically used the word spawn, but whatever.
Good comic series.
Farewell.
Still going. Okay, so who are we putting in charge of it?
Hey, Josh.
They're both useless.
Is she the one we picked up? Did we figure out if she was trustworthy or not?
Artress, she seemed pretty trustworthy.
No, we are not leaving her in charge of anything. Alright, vetoed.
All
May I
right.
ask?
Just met her. I'm sorry, go ahead.
We came from the tower, right? And we went this way. Where we are now.
Yeah, you're at the orange circle is where you still are at Rollins Alley.
Okay, and we're going to Z?
Or oh no, sorry. Rollins Alley is where you were previously. If essentially you are around these main roads here,
Oh, okay.
because these are the farmlands.
And we're going in which direction?
If essentially you're aiming to go further. Oh, bless you. Further south at the current time. At the same time, the Shishipaniki are to your northwest. Obviously, Simindo to your southwest, and to your southeast is southeast is Belaruso. Onso is essentially a neutral party, but they are also still a powerhouse, small mini country of their own, where they have many impressive mages.
So,
Okay.
may I have we've been to these places, the B, the Z, and the G, those were goals, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's where we're
Okay.
going. We're getting in the boat to head to those.
Good night. So would it make sense to put our first tavern like close to the road, but in the center of like these three main roadways? I guess.
Yeah, because that you get a lot of traffic there from two different directions. Also, people leaving and heading to other places. You hear what they think about the other places, and then you hear as the people are coming in why they're coming to Otren and what they think about Otren, as well as info about the other two places. I think Rain is right on the money with the big brain plays. Jin kind of sus.
I just also want to point out.
I didn't give any options though.
Where are you?
I have a different preference, bro.
Nope.
Okay. And I also want to suggest that Dia, she's got new equipment and everything, but I also think she's the most useless person in our party.
I can really tell you who's the useless one.
It's just,
It's definitely Aiden.
I turned into a T-Rex in the last big battle. I feel like I'm doing a lot.
I'm contributing.
I cast Fireball. I'm objectively helpful.
Anyway,
Yeah, we still have not used the combo ability.
You're never in the front lines, Paladin bitch.
What are you
was always in
talking
the back
about?
for some reason.
I'm always in the front lines. Who's been killing the most people? Oh yeah, that's me.
Hi.
So I was gonna point out that Dia from us. Dia's got training from us. Dia's been traveling with that we know we trust her, and she's like the protege of my brother. So he has more reason to be loyal to us and maintain things for us, and has the.
Or we can actually just hire a proper person to do it. But
I mean, she's proper.
Ish.
I like walking around with a small army, but again, majority. So whatever you guys think.
I vote that she stays.
Vote that she stays too. She's supposed to be your protege.
This is kind of useless, so I vote she can happen.
No, I mean she stays wherever we go. Like she can go run the tavern. Like she stays running the tavern.
Well,
Oh, yeah, I was
is she like okay with this? Or do
She,
we ask?
consent?
She's pretty loyal.
she would be willing to do it if it would help you out, even though it seems like an odd request.
This internship isn't really working out, but we think we found another role for you.
Here's a spot in the mailroom.
What do you know about stocking coffee?
She can run the tavern and sort of protect our interests and maybe do some.
Dude, she's a
light
warrior.
hunting in Otren.
Dude, we are squandering our resources. She's a warrior. Let's
That's why I'm saying we can just proper hire somebody to do it.
I mean, how many people have we found that have been disenfranchised when we were on our road bringing people over here to Otren in the first place? Like, there's got to be merchant owners that owe us for saving their asses or something
yeah.
along the line.
That's true. Is there anybody in Otren that owes us anything? Or not owes us anything, feels gratitude enough to have loyalty?
What about those dwarves that were making that ill drink in that farm town where we found the black ichor that first time?
Did
That
we
was-
kill them?
Oh, they're alive?
Yeah,
No,
no,
they
they're
help.
still very well alive. They're not dead.
That was in Otren, though?
We're in Otren, but I mean, thanks to Aiden, everything's within reach. Oh. I mean, sad.
Yeah, because you did purify the town, and essentially those dwarves were there and more than happy. It's Dorum, Umdek, and Marinus.
Do dwarves drink a lot?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
but they also are about their business.
And they are also making some of the best ale we've had.
Yes, I also vote the dwarves.
Oh. Okay. So I suggest we go to Otren and see if we can find them and see if they'd be open to the proposition.
Wait,
Should
the
we, like,
three-
expert?
Bird or something.
the three dwarf brothers that we met in the mountain?
No. When we went to that farming town where we found the black goo was in that farmhouse, and everybody was sort of like hiding out at night. We ended up taking.
Oh, the
shelter.
party dwarves.
Yes, the party dwarves,
Okay.
as they will officially be known.
And then so
Party dwarves!
Party dwarves, but we won't leave Koo because he'll drink us under the table.
And Ku's
Who
also a
has
pretty good thief.
wanted levels of like
I wouldn't leave
goodies?
any business to
Who will not brew us ale? He will only drink it. The dwarves will brew the ale and probably drink it. But
That'd make better ale than all these fucking humans.
Yeah, you did taste it. It was pretty damn good, and you saw that they were making in-house ale. They had essentially a microbrewer.
I also don't think
Take that micro, make it macro.
DM God, would you bring us to Otren, please?
Essentially, I don't have a map of the city fully flushed out or laid out yet.
Can we just have gone and talked to them
That you can. That's
and the thing?
That's easy enough. Obviously, it'll take a good 2-day travel. Probably 4 days for them to travel on foot. So, you would be able to travel down to the farmlands south of Otren Castle. Be able to discuss with them. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check real quick.
I drew up a map of everything.
Can we all roll a persuasion check?
One of you with advantage, because obviously they're all trying to make this business deal.
What am I rolling?
Not me with my -1.
Chin.
What am I?
All right, I'll do it.
Persuasion.
You don't feel pressure.
Oh no, not when you keep shouting my name.
I crit failed as the griffin.
The griffin just like snaps a finger off like motherfucker. No, but it essentially with that, especially with Jin's, that's solid 19. You can see they yeah, we can run a tavern for you. Did you buy a business down there yet, or planning to? Should we start heading down right now, or yeah? What's your plans with this?
As soon as possible.
Do you know of any Can we just ask them? Do you know of any plots of land or like old taverns that we can take over or anything like that? Like they've been around, right? So they know what's going on in the local scene.
Well, if we're putting it somewhere specific, we probably have to build it.
And this is Durham. Speaking up, essentially, I know that there's a good port trade there, especially since it's the main intersection. Doesn't look like a 4-way crossroads, but if you're counting the river coming from the ocean there, it's a good spot. You put it on the ocean front, you could have some front dock fucking brews, a couple of people coming in from the trade roads.
A good place for our ships to come into.
Yeah, even get the fishermen to come in, have a spot to tie off their ship, just kind of jump in and they get drunk, jump on, and push off.
So where's the suggestion? Like around here, by the water?
Still, essentially here.
Okay.
Because obviously the trade rivers still can come up from here to the for the essentially like a 4-way crossroads.
Like that's wide enough for ships to go into?
Yeah.
So it's in Montana Rock.
Yes.
That's a good place. Montana Rock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like our ships can load and unload and stop there.
I like the idea of that.
How did this turn into like Civ?
Essentially, once you go,
Maximizing our resources from the tiles. I
Well,
need
that's
to
like
make a
crazy.
farm here so
That's
that we can
awesome.
truly get the best hops to send to our bar and then have them make ale from it.
I mean, if they think that's a good idea, we're giving them money to do it.
Yeah, they're the experts.
All right, so we give them a chunk of change to get this stuff done.
All right. How much are you gonna give them to? Well, are you essentially sending them down there to buy the property, or are you gonna go down there and view it out yourself, or are you gonna entrust them fully?
What do you guys suggest? I would rather go see with my own eyes where my money's going and start planting seeds in the neighborhood to get to know, like, who comes through and whatnot. But if y'all trust the dwarves, we can just keep it moving on our adventure. Wait,
Alright.
do I expect them for, like, honesty and shit?
You can roll an insight to see how, like, obviously they're up for the idea. You can see how trustworthy maybe they seem a little shifty. All right, especially with the 25, because obviously you're all going through this from business tiding. You can see that Dorum is all for the idea. He's 100% on this, especially to get out of a small town and a small house. Omdek looks like he could probably be a good barman, just through the fact that he obviously likes to get deep in his cups, and obviously people might buy him drinks and such. And you could tell that Myrnis is a little wavery, but you could tell she's more of the recipe maker, and obviously ex-adventurer that just seems to have been enjoying the quiet time of her adventures, but obviously wants to stick with her obvious husband, Dorum. So she'll go along, but she doesn't seem 100% on board. But yeah,
I trust the dwarves, but if you guys,
But they're all trustworthy.
yeah, from what you're reading, with a solid 25 there, and especially your 20, Ramus.
Okay. So I say we dump money on them and then we bounce. Trust them to set up shop.
How much you giving them? 1,000, 2,000? So obviously they
Well-
still need to buy the property and get the supplies.
Right, so what was the general amount of money that would require? Because this isn't directly in the main area of Otren, right? We're more on the outer roadways
Yeah.
right now.
That
Would be as expensive.
for that, on the one of the main tradeways, things could be possibly bought cheaper. Dorum. Let me actually roll something real quick for Dorum.
honestly, I say give them the 2,000. It'll make itself back.
The 2,000 gold?
We're literally buying a business to help make business, to help move our business. So, bomb ass ale.
So.
Really into the buy network idea, though.
So Dorum essentially is like, yeah, probably around you about well, if you're looking for a stout dwarven brewery, you would probably want to go to 2,000 just to make sure that the cooking pot and the brewers and all that, and the ale purifiers set up nicely and can actually get a good oven cooking for it. Don't want any yeast blown or
Works well.
you giving them how much?
I said give them 3. Make sure everything works perfectly.
With that, you can see just like, oh, all right then.
I mean, we need a farm and a port and all that, so.
He immediately puts a hand out and like, a dwarf's honor.
I shake it.
He gives you probably the tightest and most firmest handshake you've ever felt rock your arm. So, with that, you can see him immediately turn around like, all right, let's pack it up. Gotta get a wagon and get down there.
Do we have like horses to give them? Do we have extra horses to give them?
Currently, your horses would be probably back at the farms, unless you flew them through the air magically.
No.
We sold them.
Okay.
I said we sold them.
That's right.
I was gonna say we
The
tell
near-
them.
How are they gonna travel?
They still there's oxen cart. That's different.
Oh, so they'll just meet us wherever the hell we're going later, and like
Yeah.
With 3,000 gold, they can definitely rent some oxen or even get part of a caravan down there.
Alright, yeah, fuck it. We're leaving it up to yeah.
Okay.
You can tell
So-
that, obviously, Umdek doesn't look like much of an adventurer, but Marinus and Delram are very clearly ex-adventurers.
We either tell them to either send us word by bird or go see the mage to get to us when they're ready or when it's done or if they need anything.
Mage, what city?
In Montana Rock.
I tell him the guy and I give him like a description of the dude.
Oh, that one's in Rollins Alley, if you think of the older wizard.
Oh, that's far away.
Yeah.
Alright, I tell him to send us bird.
Alright, I'll try to send you a messenger, but might need to do a little more fanciful work for that. But obviously, once we get everything set up, essentially.
May I request something, DM God?
Yeah?
On this big map, can you put like a tiny little house shape? You know exactly where our caverns are without having to like zoom in.
Sure.
A little house.
Wouldn't the whole map be covered though?
No?
In taverns? I mean, at the ye olde times, people could only go so far to find a drink.
No,
I think
just
You-
hours.
Oh,
Huh.
just ours? Oh,
Just your
Yeah.
businesses, your personal businesses.
Yeah, I want to be able to keep track of our empire as it grows.
It grows.
every couple days, it should double in size, right? That's how exponential growth works.
Something like that.
If it goes well.
Mm. So our first tavern, guys, is gonna be in Montana Rock. It's a good name. It's like Mountain of Rock.
The
Mountain of Rock.
Adventure away.
So now, what's our next direction? We have like to go pick up an order, don't we? And a person's knocked the fuck out. Wait.
Yeah, it was 4 days. The dude said come back in like what 4 days, something like that. So
It's-
this has been
Yeah.
like day one.
It took us a couple of, or did they no, they traveled to us, so that
We
took
flew.
a couple of days.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Hold on. Let me
That's the one
shuffle that around.
that looks a lot bigger than the city. Yeah.
Ah, I'm trying to grab it now. Ah! I'll have to shrink it on the mark.
That's fine, right there.
That works. You at least know.
Now make it purple!
Damn it! Alright.
I demand
Yes.
purple!
Purple! Which I'll leave these guys here shrunken down.
There you go.
Alright.
Next. I'm proud of us. We didn't go to the brothel route.
The honorable
Shame.
a dwarven brewery. On the riverfront, no less.
Okay. Where are we going next? Back to the town with the order and the person knocked out?
Yes, back to Rollins Alley.
I just clear something up real quick. I know we didn't get a chance to do it when we were actually in town.
Yep.
Can we just like give that information drop to the Asimar general, who assigned us to go check out the town that had the goo in it in the first place? Like she knew there was trouble, she didn't know what it was. I just tried to give her that data drop the same way we gave it to Jang. We don't have to play it out, but I just want to make sure she's in the know about what's going on.
Alright, so obviously Ricklin will be fairly surprised that you finally came back, especially with the huge amount of fucking information dump. You can see that she immediately goes to take arms and goes to start collecting her own soldiers, and immediately sends some towards the castle/capital of Otren, and then basically goes to ride out and check out other farms and locations herself.
Oh, all right. Work. I might actually have some respect for this. I don't know if Jin was there. I know he kind of had a crush on her, but yeah.
Who is this girl that people keep saying I have a crush on?
This was the
Lawful waifu.
I have no recollection, but okay.
Hala wife.
It was a drunk fever dream.
Probably was.
Was she? Never mind.
Where are taverns in this neighborhood? Can we buy one?
Okay.
Excuse me, good sir. I would like to be directed to your finest establishment that sells liquor. I wish to purchase it for my own usage, you see.
Just to show you, Jin, that's the chick you originally fawned over.
She's got titty armor.
Yeah, fever dream.
Those titties need armor.
Titties.
I think those
Some
titties are just
protection too.
Wonder Plate armor.
It's just armor. There's actually nothing in it. She's entirely flat.
Exactly.
It's like the Bug Bunny cartoon.
It's just wishful thinking. There you go.
So, the one business that I can definitely say you would not be able to buy out because it's also a mercenaries guild is the Bronze Blades,
Where's that one?
which essentially is this one. This is the Bronze Blades Guild and Eatery. So, essentially below is obviously where they have the eatery run by Olga the Orc. Effectively, don't fight her. Her fucking spatula will whip your ass.
Will it really?
Okay.
Quite literally. If you're...
Show me this orc.
It's actually a hellfire spatula.
Another crush.
Or someone I will crush. Yeah, I can't crush her. That spatula looks evil.
A spatula.
Is that also a cursed spoon?
You could go there and try and find out.
I steal her
Good.
spoon when
This
she's
is the first time I'm
sleeping.
intimidated.
How do you feel about combat chefs?
Cooked? Overcooked? Undercooked?
You ever hear of, like,
Easy?
you know, Quinta and Blue Mage style?
Oh. Nah, we good.
Are there empty storefronts here, DM God?
For some of the storefronts, yes, there are a few that are empty. Some are not in exactly the most optimal spots. Let's see.
And do we have anybody in this town that we
Our
can...
our taverns are gonna spread anyway. If we're gonna open any,
Tavern tycoons.
I
it's
just
gonna be information.
put them in the cities that we frequent, and obviously this one is one of them. Otren is another area that we frequent.
How far is this from our tavern?
This one is actually quite a few days away. This one is further to the northeast. So-
Very interesting.
so obviously Obviously, it's quite a few days trek.
It's by the water?
Yeah, it would be right here.
Oh, the orange is Rolandoli,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a few days away, you said?
Yep, because obviously not everyone in these days could essentially travel effectively like 70 to 80 miles in one go. Not to mention you're still slowed down by trekking the road and obstacles.
I think we should drop a tavern here, y'all. 2 taverns is a good place
We
to
drop
start.
another one. I reach into my backpack. I pull out a mini tavern. I drop it on the ground. It expands as soon as I add water to it.
Yep. I've put another one right there.
I want to wait and see how the first one turns out, or
Just see if this becomes a worthwhile endeavor.
I feel like anywhere where there's a collection of humans and travelers and alcohol, kind of a given. So the drunk back.
So the other tavern that is in this town is called the Dancing Fairy. That's where Jen and Ku had their nice drinks before and shared the deep tankards.
Yes. Good place. Very good place.
So effectively, that one's smaller, but it also does have a nice halfling cook. So it's fairly respectable, and also has a second floor for a nice inn room. And essentially, that main business there, the main keeper, kind of more on the some would say the more stoic side, the bar matron who presides over the dancing fairy, would sell her business essentially for 20,000 gold. Which seems steep, but it would essentially be
20,000.
20,000.
Dope. Dope. Oh,
which obviously
I'll buy a boat for that.
essentially technically 40 feet, 40 by 40 wide, and then also going up to a second story and already furbished, and basically trading all of the deed and also the halfling cook's job as well over to you. And essentially all you would have to do after that is pay for like the minor upkeep of making sure you get ale and other things in on time.
I don't think 20,000 is worth it. Not when we just,
We just bought one.
Do we already want to go? I mean, I guess we're not spending the money on anything else right now, right?
Not yet, but we might. Let's see what happens with our establishment.
Can we ask her if she'll like, you know, I don't think she has plans to sell it, but you know,
If she'll hold
if she
it for you.
does, do we have at least one sending stone in this party? Do we have any way to talk to people over
You
this
could go buy one.
fucking motherfucker? I want to pick up like some sending stones for the party.
what's a sending stone?
Sending
Walkie-talkie.
stone, yeah, walkie-talkie or like a pager, depending what metaphor you want to use.
Oh.
It's like text or based
Like a
phones. You
two-way.
can send like it's like 250 characters or something, or
Hold on,
words.
y'all. I just
It's a
got
number of
beat.
words.
I don't know what
Yeah, exactly. Beat me when you need to reach me.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm against spending 20 G's, but I'm open to negotiations if she wants.
I'm against it at the moment. I don't think
I
we
don't
need
think
to
it's worth
right
it.
now.
Think we let her know that we're interested, then let the war hit here a little bit, and then ask her again what her selling price is.
Alright.
Hey, we're willing to buy you out. Call us if things ever go bad. We'll isn't that a Breaking Bad move? Like, oh, we want to buy your place, but you don't want to sell, so like wait a little bit and like you make it shitty for you, and then we buy. At a
That's
reduced
gentrification,
price.
really. Yeah.
There you go. We'll just white people them. Perfect.
Literally.
Perfection.
I mean, you're not wrong.
White it up, bro.
We're not
Just wait
doing
it up. Wait it the fuck up. Why not?
We gotta pick up armor, don't we?
Yeah, essentially to be easy enough for you to.
We can fly.
Ah! Which I gotta go and grab all. God, there's so many tokens to copy now.
Can you just like, I don't know, glue them together and just move them as one body once in a while?
That's essentially what I have to do like every time now.
Yeah, once your party gets a bunch of NPCs, those NPC tokens just kind of float around wherever they happen to be.
Alright, we gotta go get our people and our armor, right?
Yes.
On it. Well, I'm with the people. Y'all gotta pick up that armor.
I'm at the armor shop, I think, if I'm in the right place.
I'm gonna just stack them on top of the fucking corner stables here. There we are. Boom. Stables. Don't mind that there's a wall there. They just get injected straight to it.
That's fine.
Alright. So with that, Grimdane is obviously ready and waiting. Rain, you do get the plate armor that you had originally left with him. It has been reshaped and recolored to that of Artress's old leather armor. That beautiful deep red with the nice studs and gold all over it.
I just love it so much. kind of reminds me of the whole Heartbreaker mode. I'm saying. My thing has like a red heart on it. I'm so ready for this.
So,
I think those are actually boobs, but okay.
A weapon.
so.
A weapon is... What?
Oh my god. So, finished that off as soon as I could for you. Nothing really to fucking worry about, but all's going pretty well here. If there's anything else you guys need, I'm more than happy to make it for you.
We're good right now.
What?
I'd like to give like 20 gold pieces as a thank you.
Oh, thank you.
It's a lot.
It is.
It's like
But this
dropping
man just made-
it's like dropping a bunch of 20s on the table.
Alright, well.
He
it's
made
20.
us armor for.
No, yeah, like good tip. Like that's good.
I always
Roll.
believe in percent.
Hell yeah.
So, I'm gonna take off. Did I say 20 gold pieces?
Yep.
That's-
Yeah, because you already paid essentially ahead of time for it. Alright, at the current time, Kupo Shack kind of disappears from your side.
Where's he going?
Well,
For war and poison?
maybe. No one.
We did express to him we don't want to kill the president right now.
Yeah, right now. But it's an option that's still on the table. So,
I mean, I like my option.
so he's trying to procure things. So bouncing back to your boy, who is looking a lot healthier. Thank the gods. Which if you do return to the Bronze Blades, you would find the Dragonborn, or Green Dragonborn, Elmic Razir, who's a little intimidating from the looks of it, but would be probably a lot more intimidating if it weren't for the fact that he's still half emaciated, even with rest and eating for the last few days. As you approach, he immediately goes to stand up and greet you in respect. In which you could see, especially hearing his normal voice without being sickly, is still kind of jarring. My friends, it's good to see that you have returned. I did not get a proper chance to thank you.
It's good to see you all in good health and spirits.
I can definitely say much better than anything that crazed man had ever done to someone else in that damnable place. Well, I could definitely say my magic was far off from the worst. In which you could see that, especially for his wrists and other things, you could see with the shackles that you had initially broken off, clearly was either crushing onto his tendons, but also probably had kind of a magical dampening effect, almost like dimensional shackles, except for natural magic users.
Oh, sweet. Is he a mage?
He is actually a sorcerer.
Oh, okay, cool.
Naturally innate bloodline of magic. So, with that, he, corrects himself a little bit. Though I very much doubt you argue about my health alone.
Oh, but health is very important. And have the Lady Rin and the good Master Item to thank for that. introduced him. I don't know if he actually remembers them from when he came out of the cage, but I'm sure he knows that Rain and Iden are the ones that sort of got him back to health.
So he goes and gives a very deep and polite bow.
Oh my god, why is Drake still on our map?
Drake's twice.
Drake, how?
He's here twice.
Wait, hold on. I'll get rid
Where
of
is
it.
he the first time? Because I.
Poof. There we go.
Oh, okay.
He was hanging out with Snake, but now Snake is alone.
Great.
All right.
Snake
so
is hanging out with
I'm
Featherhead.
hanging out with Snake. I excitedly tell Nara that I got a Drake hound named Drake Hound.
She just she looks at you. You can tell, especially being a Goliath, like, at least it's an honest name.
You had to be there to get it.
So, Elmick is goes back into a proper conjecture. You can tell he himself has probably dealt with noble courts before. I'm sure you're more curious on the issues that had arisen from Dorian Seville's estate, and more probably curious how I even ended up down in that damnable dungeon.
Where did he come from? Like, how we didn't really get too much into how he got there. Why was he there, or did they go find him? I don't remember.
I am an ambassador that's from Anso. I was investigating some curious alchemical pieces that weren't technically being allowed to travel through many of the ports. I had come to Dorian Seville, seeing if he knew anything of what was going on in his trade yards, and he seemed to have been trustworthy, obviously. Unfortunate mistake. I thought that maybe some pirates or smugglers were using his old age and inaccessibility to his ports and traveling in vineyards to ship illegal alchemical mixtures. Unfortunately, I let the ignorance and the guise of his older age fool me.
Well, what do you plan to do now?
I intend to return to Onso and give my full report, also to inform them to not accept any more trades from the Seville family or anyone who trades with the Seville sigil.
Well, his son possibly didn't know, and he might be working for us eventually, maybe. So I don't know if the whole family, but him, we'll get back to you on that.
Either way, as an ambassador and representative of Anso, I cannot take this risk, and I have to make my decision there. If you can prove them in some form of innocence and not in collusion, then I will sign a petition to allow trade from the Seville family again. But other than that, I assume you're more curious as to the alchemical concoctions that have been traded.
Yes, I show him our vial of goo. And we took some of the purified goo, or?
Yes, you still have the prismatic occur.
Alright.
Yes, that. I've seen both forms of this unnatural concoction. I've also had to deal with a few people who have imbibed with it. Urchins and... consider yourself lucky then. I do hope and wish that it wasn't in some of the later manners after they've imbibed.
Yeah, since we have the book, I guess we ask how many trade reps he knows about related to Seville, or who he's traded with recently, because that could be a key to finding out where this stuff is went.
Well, I do know most of the trades that go on between Otren and Anso. I do represent the northeastern companies of that. Though there are a few other ambassadors.
You follow that trail, you find the goo, or at least hands the goo went through, if that helps.
You're saying you have a full listing of everything that Seville is traded in this manner?
Did we make more than one copy, or just one copy of the list?
You just have the cipher and the ledger full of it. You've not made a copy of it at all yet.
Can we give him some information if we know it?
You definitely can.
Yeah, alright, I guess we sort of... I don't know how much I trust him, so I guess I'm kind of cautious about some of it. But I give him the stuff in his area-ish.
Alright, so you cover those bases, and you can see him. He actually takes out a writing kit and starts jotting down various notes. And especially when you get to Veronica Fairbridge, you can see him kind of take a note and underline her name 3 times. And with that, you can see kind of... It's a hard disposition to see, especially since you haven't dealt with that many Dragonborn yet. But you see his conjecture shift to almost kind of like unease.
What kind of unease? Like worried unease, or like, oh, they got me unease?
A worried unease, like someone with a lot of power, is what has just been mentioned.
We don't know that much about her, do we? Does he have information on her that we could use?
She is one of the main trade baronesses of Anso. She represents the majority of Anso's trade fleets that travel the seas.
Well, will this information help that become less of a thing?
It would be hard-pressed with the Grand Maester. At the same time, we would need solid evidence and not just the ledger.
We took the house down, didn't we?
The house is still up.
No, we didn't do it.
I want to tell him, but I don't want to give him the machines. Do I mention it or no? Because with it, this is kind of potentially a situation we were hoping wouldn't happen.
You do have lists that she's definitely traded with Dorian Seville, but other than that, you're not very sure what else you could really tie to her exactly.
Like, I could tell him about the library and there's stuff up there.
Yeah,
but I don't want to, like, hey, there's Icar downstairs and machines that make it.
And you also have the Yellow King insignia ring.
Can I show it to him but not give it to him?
So, obviously showing that to him. I see that cult has traveled this far as well.
What do you mean by this far?
It was originally farther to the east. Started with many of the lands that belonged to bugbears and orcs. It traveled here. Many of the mages and maesters have unfortunately taken up an interest. Many of those who have been caught taking part in this cult and actions have usually been either sent to prison or immediately executed for treason against the crown of the Maester.
The second one's probably the smarter idea.
Generally, but we have found that you can see he looks around to make sure only you guys are kind of within earshot. We found that if they are purgeable, their minds can be cleared. If you've met the creatures that I assume you've seen.
Yeah, we've purged a couple. We also figured out it does not really affect non-humans, which is good.
What is the makeup of the people of Anzo, racially? Many percentage of humans who are most likely affected?
We're not 100% yet because we haven't really tried it out, but so far that just seems to be the way it works. But I guess if he's been messing with it.
I've seen the regular Black Ichor only work on humans. Though I can not really speak for the other that you hold there. I've not seen anyone abide in that one.
Wait, this was some of his special one, or was this like the purified one?
The purified version that was undetectable.
Okay. Well, then I guess you gotta be cautious for everything for now.
Yeah. And obviously no one's really done the experiment with the prismatic ichor. It would explain why he was probably trying to get me to eat whatever that was. Either to further test it or just to twist me into something.
So,
Thinking.
if what you're telling me, so if what you are telling me is correct, this Baroness of Trade in Onslow may have distributed much of this substance, Isabel, to your people.
If we can prove this solidly, then the Grand Maester would have no choice but to take away her power and estates.
We have the name of the ships which were used. Ships.
With that, you can tell that there are a few ship names, but obviously that part of the ledger has not been deciphered yet. You do have the shipping names, though, for what you've done. You would have to take a little time to do that.
Do we have the names of the ports where those ships docked? We might be able to investigate.
So, with the ports itself, you could tell it's definitely in Onso, basically all up and down the entirety of the eastern side of the country. Which, let me bump it over for a moment. So, essentially, this entirety going down to here, it stops there, but then going across the ocean to these coasts as well. That's her main trade fleet.
She's been moving.
The edges and spreading inward across all of those lands.
I guess we tell him to also go back and prepare, because if it's anything like what we've seen, and we've only seen a little bit, it's a lot bigger than he knows. I don't like divulge the whole war thing, but I sort of I make it known how serious this is.
You have definitely assisted me, and I cannot thank you enough. I will definitely speak gloriously of you to the Grand Maester Alfonso. I am curious, though. You definitely don't seem to be knights in the manner, if I may speak openly in that. But more of a mercenary for hire, possibly. Would you be interested in an offer and also possibly earning the gratitude of the entirety of Onso?
Is this leading to a
I like
quest?
gratitude. I like gratitude.
Depends what it is.
We'll hear you off.
I can at least give you a writ proving that you are deputized by the country of Onso and an ambassador, and be able to get you into Veronica Fairbridge's estate. From there, I would have to leave it up to you to find what you can. If you could find any evidence in her estate and bring it to me at the capital of Onso.
Hold on, let me make it clear. We were probably gonna kill her anyway, right? We kind of decided that.
Most
She
likely.
was the big bad guy.
Yes, she's one of the big bads.
Alright, so hell yeah. That'll help
This
us
star? You're gonna give me this gun?
to do what we were trying to do. Oh no, why would I take that?
It's true. That's why I'm so fucking happy you guys came back to talk to him.
Absolutely, we'll take those.
The rest of you say.
We'll kill her good.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll find out good.
I don't doubt it. And I'm sure she would fairly well deserve it. Though I would still warn against being too wild. Onso is definitely still a country full of magic and very skilled mages. I know she keeps a fair amount of common house guards, but I cannot speak for her personal advisors. I would definitely err on the side of caution. I have visited her estate before, but I did not have anyone able to slip away. I was only myself throughout the investigation. There is a lower level that she does not allow people to travel into, though it is mostly her castle supplies, as she says, as well as her guard quarters, which I have seen that much of.
We keep hearing that, but we keep ending up in these places, so I think hopefully we'll figure it out.
I believe you will. If you could dispatch her, you would be doing many of Baron Maester's work that they wish done anyway. Not many would miss her. Those who would probably be brought into question anyway. But if you'd still find evidence, even after her demise, and bring proof.
Add it to the quest log.
I guarantee you'll be handsomely rewarded for your efforts.
Make sure you note that. They promised us handsome rewards. I expect him to be very attractive. I assume there's some sort of male slave gift that will be the payment. This is acceptable.
One slave.
Give me one, your finest man slave.
Prisoners with jobs.
Now go work at my bar and make money.
No, work for my griffin. Care for my griffin. And me.
So, with that, if there's any other questions, obviously I will have to be taking one of the first available ships that I can catch.
Do we already know where she is? Or?
You know exactly where Veronica Fairbridge's estate is. But obviously he'll give you a proven rent with the deputization of it, proven by Elmic Brazier. Is there anything you need to know, possibly, that you might not have been informed of? I know not many travel to the lands of Hanzo.
I mean, we'll take any info he has, I guess.
Yeah, for real.
Alright. So between all that, he'll go into a little bit of detail between some of the politics, especially with the Meisters of Magic, which obviously some are barons, and obviously the Grand Meister is the one who's essentially like the president / prime minister, who basically brings the council together and leads them. They've kept Anzo essentially safe from anyone invading further beyond their borders that they currently have. Everyone who has currently tried has been met with an army of mages and even war wizards that have been exceptionally trained, and they have probably the densest population of Dragonborn out of the entire country. He also informs you that the Grand Maester is a Dragonborn himself. Many of them have natural innate magical talents, and that if you were to earn a reward, it would be mostly likely be that of a interesting magic item or one that you would per request to be made.
Veronica Fairborn Dragonborn?
What was that?
Is Veronica Fairborn Dragonborn?
She is a human, or at least, far as I can tell, her magic seems to have altered her. Her eyes do not seem that of a human's.
Sounds like Seville, except not quite as severe.
Surprised that they were allies then.
It is a curiosity. At the same time, they are both short-lived races. Maybe they found comfort within the wisdom of each other. I'm not sure.
And what is Aratriss's reaction to any of this? I've been keeping an eye on her.
Currently she is not there. She's actually out
Have you?
shopping.
Like, I mean, I've been keeping an eye on her.
Yeah. She's out shopping. Jin's with her. That butt.
I'm just saying she got some nice armor.
Still trying to get her out of this, sis? Or...
No.
So, aside from all these exposition, Kuposhak does eventually come back. You can see him swirling a few precarious vials around.
What did he come back with?
Go ahead and roll me a nature.
Gonna get in on this.
Yeah, the druids, please.
Seriously?
Oh.
Seriously? I can't tell the
rough.
light's too bright, I guess.
That's rough.
Jesus.
So essentially, in short, you can see one that's definitely easily distinguishable as scorpion venom. Another one that you definitely recognize as snake venom. And then a third and a fourth one that you have no idea what they are. You've never seen a toxin like that before. One is almost like a very bizarre, very deep ultraviolet green. One where it's like you would assume it would be brighter if it was thinned out, but it's just so dense in the vial that it's actually darkened. And the other one literally looks almost, if it weren't for the fact that you know the ichor moves and other things and the such like that, it looks like black tar.
I mean, I straight up ask him what he's got.
All right. Huh.
I managed to get scorpion, snake, venom for the smaller deals, but also I managed to get some wyvern poison, and I managed to procure some purple worm poison.
That's worrisome.
Do you pay for it? Drows are the last people we need to upset.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I paid for it. I paid for the poison, and he like tucks two in his pocket and holds up the snake and the fucking scorpion poison.
I am very upset.
Where the
Very
hell is
upset
he?
with you, Koo.
Where is he?
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Cool.
No!
Cool. Damn it, how did he fit through there? Does that little Nimrod know that he's wanted in this town? Damn it, he stole a freaking cart from here.
You say in the middle of the guild.
I kind of forgot about the cart.
We still got like normal peoples that travel by road with the cart.
Yeah. You can see a few people from the guild kind of look at you like, are you serious?
And what are you gonna do about it?
You see the two dwarfs, after hearing that, immediately stand up and start walking out the door.
They'll fucking rob us.
Is Nero with us?
No. None of our companions can ride them.
Who?
Make sure they don't steal our ship, please.
They are going to. Oh, the freaking.
Oh, Nero.
I leave and
You're
get on
right.
my griffin and go and fly to the thing because a griffin is faster than dwarves on ponies. I'm abandoning the rest of the party to do whatever fucking shenanigans they're doing while I protect the cart. This will be my occupation for the next
Hey, you got two dwarves trying to take our
6
coup.
to 10 days.
So, with that, you catch up to the first guy. Just in short exposition. Catch up to the first guy. The other guy keeps chasing Koo around the car. What's he doing? He's a damn thief! You said it yourself?
Who are these two dwarves again?
They're sitting in the fucking mercenaries guild, and they heard you talk about a thief, so obviously it's easy to assume reward.
Jin grabs the dwarf that's right in front of him and tosses him aside.
Oh, roll a contested strength.
Contested strength.
Yes.
So, since I'm
athletic.
proficient in athletics, I can use that, right?
Correct.
Alright.
Oh god, he got 19.
Oh, fuck.
Oh! So literally, as he thinks that I got this, and then suddenly you just put the one knee tucked under his hip, and then just over your shoulder.
Alright, and as he is tossed to the side, I sneak up behind the other one, and I intimidate him as he has Koo cornered.
You can hear the other guys, they're walking down the alley get back here, just winded. But that you can see this guy literally has like grabbed Ku by the hair and is like trying to drag him back and rope him up. With that, he fucking loom over here. He's like, no harm.
Oh, no harm is going to be done to you if you just hand him over.
Yeah, he just flops Ku into your hands. Just like runs around the corner.
Jin holds Ku like he's a wet cat and brings him back to the bar.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Okay.
Ooh, bad coup.
But I was making sure we had options.
Go apologize.
We're stealing.
I'm pretty sure Ku has some money from our adventures. He should go pay them back.
Making him go apologize and return the poisons to the.
No.
I didn't say anything about the poisons. I said pay for the cart.
Oh, okay.
He's like, all right.
With that, you can see the town guard is like, "You're the one. All right, come on." So, with that, it'll be for cart thievery, especially an old beat up one. Anyway, it would only be 125 gold, mostly because destroying shit on the way out.
I'm sure he has that.
He definitely does.
He probably stole more than that, like, in the first 10 minutes we met him.
He was hoarding a lot of items.
And every time you go into town, he steals shit.
Oh, now you're telling us.
I mean, I assumed.
I knew.
Oh, you knew.
Yeah, I knew. I'm always keeping an eye on this fool.
No, you're always blaming this fool and sussing him out.
Because I see him walking off and causing havoc. You guys pet him on the head. I knew.
You're just racist to Ku.
He's just misunderstood.
He's a chaotic little gold child.
He's just like a mischievous child. You just gotta keep an eye on him.
I don't know. I'm pretty weary about this druid. We literally got another druid in the party who leaps into people's minds, and you're worried about this little guy.
Leaps is a strong word. Leaps
Okay.
is very strong. We can talk
Okay.
telepathically, bro.
He invades other people's minds.
Invade, that's so harsh. So harsh. I'm not even entering. I'm knocking at the door and shouting in, you thick-skulled numpty. Fuck, you can barely hear me through your 3 layers of plate mail. Take off the aluminum hat at least.
Jin
Leave me.
snaps
I'm
his
just
finger
trying
and
to
goes,
tell you
"Hey,
your
that's my-"
fucking Pop-Tarts are done in the morning. Like,
Jin
leave me
snaps his
alone,
fingers and
man.
the armor comes off. Say that to my naked body right now.
Bitch, you need to chill the fuck out.
He glistens like the fucking Bronze Emperor with this shit.
Jesus Christ, I burned some of the sweat away with a fucking firebolt so I could see through the rainbows cascading off of this man.
He just made a beautiful picture.
Oh!
Jin's like the most beautiful man. It's ridiculous. He's like
Why do I
cum
feel
gutters
like
up
there's
to
gonna
his
be like
nipples.
some freaking
And like-
romance
like-
by the end of this campaign between Aiden and Jin?
No, it's definitely love-hate.
Sign the fuck out.
Yeah, it's fucking Sasuke and Naruto all over this bitch.
I see that. I see that relationship.
Wait, does that mean I get to be Sasuke?
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah, fucking bleed it.
Hey,
Yes.
I got like writing and shit all over my body. You gotta come and save me constantly, even though
Jin,
I'm more
Jin wants to
powerful.
walk downtown and be like, if you're gonna call me a hoe, you better put Kage after it. Because that's my way. My ninja way. Date bayos.
Real shit, dude. God damn.
Oh my god.
Can we roll for Naruto and
That's
Sasuke,
the
please?
beautiful elf.
Christ.
Jesus,
I can only
man.
imagine another drunk night in a town that would happen.
If you don't have an inspiration, you guys fucking get one. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
That shit was
love
too
it.
good.
Oh damn it! I have one already. Shit! I should have used it.
I've never used my damn inspiration.
Gotta start using it. You guys are fucking nailing it.
I want to. I wish I could draw because I would draw how big Jin's cum gutters are, and
What?
it's massive.
What?
Look at the picture. That's it.
Oh.
Oh my god.
You're so pretty, Jin. Jin, look at your pretty hair.
I'm majestic. Can we change my my
majestic.
token to that?
We could if you want.
I'm just gorgeous.
Do it.
Damn, leave the family resemblance behind.
I'm sure I can
Transform
find
into your true self.
Beautiful man.
I mean, if nobody has noticed yet, my character is modeled after this gorgeous being right here.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Gilgamesh. Yep.
My character is modeled after Kakashi from Big Hero 6.
You guys are both
Okay.
darker.
Kuposhek was fucking modeled after Gollum and Frodo having a love child.
That's horrific. I
I
hate
just
that
had
you
a
told me
nightmare.
that. I hate everything about that sentence.
I'm gonna show you how my face is right now, just by hearing. Hold on. Where is it? Here it goes.
Oh my goodness.
I need to smoke. Jesus.
Goddamn.
Shit, I need another drink because of that. Be right back.
Alright. So after briefly rescuing Ku and making him go pay reparations for the stolen and damaged goods.
It should.
Look, we want to be in good standing.
I'll make Ku fucking... if there's anything that you need, you can find me in the capital of Anso at Galera. Come to the Ambassador's Hall. Mention me by name and show them the writ that I have given you. It should get you into my office, and I would be able to meet with you quickly.
Hopefully we'll have good news for you next time.
May the goddess watch over you.
The goddess? Which one?
Mistra.
I'm sorry again. My hearing's not what it used to be.
Mistra. And for those of you who don't know, that would be the goddess of magic.
What kind of magic? Just magic?
She is the proprietor of all magic. Good.
And to,
I was just gonna say good, bad, evil, everything in between. Any form of magic is essentially run and given by her.
Is there a common hand symbol of her that all magic users know that I could give?
There is not, but there is the blessing of kind of the divine eye, where you're pressing a singular fingertip and tracing the equivalent of an oval-shaped tooth, like a third eye on your forehead.
Oh, okay. So like that's like it's this world's equivalent of like crossing yourself or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Blessing yourself in Mistra's eyes.
okay, but it's not necessarily something someone would do in like acknowledge. It's not like tipping your hat or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I will
It's
not do
definitely
that.
more of a priestly thing, or someone who heavily believes in their god or goddess.
I am spiritual, not religious.
All right.
I tell him, tend to your health and we will meet again. Thank you for your aid.
I promise you I will recover quickly. Do not worry.
I just want to point out that it's a little bit more disturbing to look at the stables
I like, yeah.
Yeah, like
Great.
a.
How?
Oh my
It's just
fucking god.
so out of
he-
place.
He really is. It's really quite upsetting.
Are you insulting Drake Hound?
No, not at all. I look at it and I just laugh inside.
Knight seems to not be having a good time. Is there something wrong with Drake Hound?
Nothing. He's just chilling. I think the only thing that could stop Drake Hound is stairs.
There you go. That way you get the purposeful pause. Drake?
He can off-road.
Don't worry. He's got 4-wheel action.
Alright.
I need to do some work on his level grinding. Where's the person who sells bags of rats for me to kill one after another to grind?
At the bottom of the ocean.
Fuck. I cast water breathing and start walking.
Okay. So, with that, obviously, Resident is going to finish recovering his strength. Also, to see if he can't procure a ship back to Galera, and basically the capital of Anso. As for the rest of you, you do essentially have Paul Gain still waiting for you in port for an extra 4 days now.
That's where we're going, though, aren't we?
To the ship for the time being, yeah. Unless you want to try and navigate the world by Griffin.
No, we're going to the ship.
Alright.
Yeah, looks like we've got all our business taken care of. So let's head out.
Alrighty. So, arriving to the ship, and also especially with Paul Gain kind of finally seeing you is alleviated and is more than ecstatic. You're like, oh, I thought something happened to you. Wait, did Q just give a... No, it couldn't be. Where did you get the griffins? Why do you have drakes?
Meet Drake.
That was.
Cue an interlude where credits roll and it explains what happened, and then it shoots back into a scene with us.
Alright.
There's a lot of explaining to do.
Alright.
We tell them what happened.
There's like an expedition montage. The ship leaves. You see them talking, but you don't hear what they talk about.
Live to win. Tell you do.
There's pictures of the land they're trying to, and all of us like nodding to each other like they do in games. So.
Alright. Well, I guess when everyone's in the hold, they can stay on the upper deck and rest for a while. I don't know how we're gonna do this. I guess we're gonna have to work it that way.
Okay.
I didn't. Griffins loyal creatures.
They are.
That is for the best.
Yeah, we paid for trained griffins for a reason, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. They're actually...
Yeah, they don't have like magical riding tech. It's just normal riding tech. So they're actually loyal to us. They're not magically controlled by us.
Correct.
I didn't.
I sleep with mine. Well, I love him. What?
Do griffins
What?
eat? Griffins eat?
They can hunt for their wild food. They eat small game, birds, fawns,
And they
abandoned
don't
by their
fly.
small human children.
Do they eat at sea?
Fish.
Technically, we're on river, aren't we?
Yeah, again, we're not crossing like the ocean here. They're staying within flight distance of the water or of the land. Like he's not going up more than a mile out to sea. There's no reason to, right?
I'm noting all of this in my book because I'm terrible at nature rolls. So next time, I might be able to make it.
Okay, perfect. Aiden tells you about griffins. Boom. You now know about griffins, at least as much as I do.
Awesome.
Level up? Somebody said level up?
Kind of like leveling up.
Level
You just learned griffins. Level up.
The more you know.
It's gonna be the most annoying kid ever. Hey, Jin, did you know a griffin can eat like twice its body weight in like one day?
That's when Jen gives that exasperated sigh, like, yes.
I know.
Jin would use his own dancing sword to like clog his ears.
Alrighty.
I thought we gave this guy more money than this.
He hasn't had time to buy a ship.
Very small boat. Disappointed.
You sound
man
like
and his
a
boat.
booty-ass person.
We gave him more money than the Civil War cost. And he can't buy a boat? How long does it take to buy a boat? We just bought a business, contemplated buying a second business, bought armor for like 6 people, 6 exotic pets even. We got an upgrade for Invincible just thrown in. It was awesome. I don't understand. These people move way too slow. There's a reason we're the protagonists, I guess.
Like, were you hoping for like?
Doesn't see it coming.
Were you hoping for like a long ship? Because that's 10,000 gold.
Look, man. I'm not here for your sass.
How about a galley at 30,000?
You gotta cut this. How much money did we give him?
Not that
We gave him
much.
like 2,000 platinum. Isn't that like 20,000 gold?
That's 20,000 gold. You still need to find a ship to buy. He's been sitting in port fucking Rollins Ollie waiting for your asses.
Fuck.
Listen,
Okay,
we
fine.
brought him from rags to riches. He has no place to complain.
Exactly.
I don't think I'm complaining because Aiden's riding his griffin and his griffin is tired and wants to land, but the griffins now have to take turns riding on the boat because there's 40 of us.
I'll hop on Invincible.
Well, I assume all but one of the griffins are on the boat because the boat's tiny.
Yeah, this is
Listen, can we just upgrade our boat?
This is what
fucking. What did I just say? You need to fucking go buy one.
So let's go buy one.
Okay. God damn. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Rain's just sitting there like, man, this is just another day in my life. Fucking crap.
We're getting another Turk over, aren't we?
Nothing has
This one's
surprised
gonna
me
be
yet.
double as angry. Hi, May.
Alrighty. So, obviously, you could go fucking buy a longship or a galley if you want. The longship, fucking 10,000 gold, which obviously would be bigger than this. So, obviously, that could be...
How do we feel?
We feel like we gotta up our game and get a bigger boat.
Will they accept payment in jewels?
Yes, they definitely will.
Okay. Then I can pay them 10,000
Can
jewels. Let me do the math.
Can I
Persuade?
persuade?
The price down, yes. Give a 50% discount. Of 10,000, of 5,000 gold.
Persuasion.
Alright, go ahead and roll me that persuasion then.
I'm going to use my inspiration on this one.
Finally!
Alright, so.
That's what you're buying.
Ooh. Alright, let's hope I roll good, guys. Where's my persuasion? So, 1,
Ooh.
2.
Ooh, I like that 26 a lot.
I don't think Hope had anything to do with it. It's all Jen.
Ooh, he should toss in the next biggest size ship for this price.
Alrighty, especially with the good heavy 26 hand there. With that, especially for the 10,000 gold, they are willing to knock off a full 1,000 for this ship. Because obviously, you guys would probably be bringing your own supplies, but they don't have full supply stocked ready to go. So, but obviously, Paul Gain has bought more than enough. So, the 1,000 knocked off is the easiest mark.
All right, we pay them in 9 jewels, each worth 1,000 gold. Taking them off of the sheet.
Control tire, Paul Gain's old ship.
Can we watch it sink like the Going Mary?
You can if you want.
You're not keeping the old
Or
ship?
we can just put it back into the fleet.
It's true.
Or we can start using it as like a marketing ship.
Why don't we just use it as our barge?
Yeah, he can essentially set that up, and
Maybe he could give it to his kids and they could fish with it.
Maybe his kids have bigger dreams and they don't want to be fishers.
look at
I
that.
mean, we did pluck them out of obscurity and then make them the head, like, of our shipping empire.
Look at you guys tripling the size of your ship, where you can actually have all your fucking allies on at once.
Yay! All of our friends have places to stand.
Invincibles in front.
Look, maybe we bought Griffin.
Look, May, we got it on the low because of me.
He said we got it on the low because of Jin.
Alright.
Invincible just playing in the water.
Invincible's just there.
Splish, splash, I was.
All we hear is Invincible go, brother, please, put me on the ship.
Avenge me, brother! So, who wants to roll me a d8? Because
I will.
things will happen on the ocean, because obviously the only amount.
No ocean things. Don't do that. Shouldn't do that.
Last thing that happened with water, it was not good.
What do you mean?
How much time does it take to mount a griffin?
Literally just your movement.
Oh, okay. Dope.
Alright. So, as you're traveling out to sea, and you actually finally do get to the ocean, especially with a faster traveling longship. Actually managed to catch sight of one of the more rare boats.
Boat
A second boat up here.
The sky. I capture it. I put it in my backpack. I add
Baby
one
Jones
longship
locker.
to my inventory.
Use a master ball.
There you go. That'll work.
You managed
I can
to
catch anything.
catch sight of one of the larger fish of the ocean.
Like, you mean it catches sight of us, or we catch sight of it?
For that, thankfully, you got a bigger ship, so the edges of the longship are actually too high for it to actually take sight of you. You look like a whale to it.
Oh.
And so,
So there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
essentially, the school of them are swimming by. Thankfully, you do have a larger ship, so they don't mess with you. You can tell they're just kind of poking alongside of you, kind of like animals do out of curiosity. As you see these beautifully colored fish, very tropical in origin, you can see that their bodies are fairly bioluminescent as they kind of skirt across the top of the ocean. You can see beautiful plumes of light that flutter down their fins down to their tails along what seems to be more of like facial whiskers. With that, you can hear Paul Gain kind of calls on. It's a good thing that we actually got the larger ship. I was not expecting alpha fish to be swimming out here.
Alpha fish.
A lot more dangerous. I'll knock a fisherman right out of the boat and eat him alive.
They're a lot bigger than beta fish.
Yeah.
Are they edible?
Oh, they're pretty tasty. Be careful, they do pack a pretty mean wallop.
The griffins look hungry. They can probably eat them.
Would the griffins be able to take them without like issue?
If they could swipe them out of the water quick enough. So, who wants to go alpha fish hunting on their new griffins? Or other form if they want to try and reel them in from the sides.
How do we reel them in from the side?
I'm a fire mage. This is water. I'm gonna sit this one out.
What, you don't want to ride your griffin and help them catch a fish?
Oh man, I really do. I do want to see Featherhead succeed.
Dive.
For Featherhead, I will do it.
Dives head first and dies in the water the second time.
I like how Featherhead has like the head of a dragon.
Yeah. They've converged into one being.
He sits on his head. Why are y'all shitting on Featherhead and Snake?
Oh, it looked like that
buddies.
you replaced his head with his with a dragon's
Alright, so
that's their special intimidation tactic.
essentially there are harpoons and other things on the side of the ship. So obviously this is a long ship, but you could tell it was clearly used for probably whaling or some form of fishing at one point. So you can essentially make a ranged throw attack, like a spear or such. And obviously once you do that, and basically a contested athletics to reel it in. If you're riding your griffin, you can do an animal handling as well to see if you're able to swipe the alpha fish as you're coming up from it. And then...
What is the contested athletics for?
Basically once you harpoon it, like reeling it in when you're pulling the line.
I'll harpoon.
Alright. So go ahead and roll me essentially basically a ranged spear attack, so what basically should be one of your normal weapon attacks.
But we have to do athletics
After
right?
if you harpoon it.
Alright, so
Is Drake Hound going into the water?
No, Drake Hound is staying up here with Nira.
Does Snake Hound have a swim speed?
The drakes
No.
should.
Blues get burrow because their natural element is sand.
Yeah.
That's a longsword.
How big are these fish compared to our drakes? Because my drake can breathe water.
Literally, as you see it, they are probably the size of a small horse.
The fish are almost as big as our griffins.
Oh, okay. No, so I'm not savvy.
Alright, so you definitely managed to hook this one, Jin. Go ahead and roll your athletics to start yanking this fucker in. Very nice. I don't think it even... Yeah, no, it effectively cannot beat you. It gives you quite a struggle, though, but you immediately reel this big old fucker to the side. And you can tell it's fighting, especially once it gets up to the side. You can hear a solid crack, right a crack against the side as it headbutts it, and you can see that, especially for the head of the fish, it's not just scales. There is actually like the whole face plate is like a solid chunk of bone. So with that, you're easily able to heft this thing out of the water. as it flops around, especially after the good struggle there. And be able to jab into it as it's kind of flopping around on the deck.
Can I punch it in the face?
You can definitely
Punch
try.
Punch that.
Roll that on arm attack to try and stun. There you go. All right, so you managed to find purchase very perfectly as you kind of slam your fist down, and you can actually see like part of the shell mask like starts to crack, especially from how hard you hit it into the deck, and you can see it like stop and like just the little fin twitch and flop as it sits there stunned now.
Good. That'll show you to freaking ram our new ship.
Fish.
Motherfucking fish.
I would like to ride my griffin down, fish, and eat it.
Alrighty. So, go ahead and make me that animal handling.
Aminal handling. A 28. I rolled a 19.
Goddamn. Alright, so with extreme relative ease, your griffin, especially with your guidance, just rides down perfectly and swipes this thing clean out of the fucking water. And now Featherhead is flying away with this massive fish in hand. And you're able to bring it down to the deck and get some more supplies.
Dope. We do that. We go right here on the deck. Featherhead is ripping the blood and entrails and stuff and eating parts of the fish because as dessert it is his kill.
Alright. Would anyone else like to try and grab one of the alpha fish before they break off after seeing that?
Yeah, sure. I haven't named my Drake yet. We do animal handling.
That you do? Alright.
You named your Drake, you didn't name your Griffin.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Drake Hound already has a wonderful existence.
BRB.
Huh?
Have fun.
Alright. So with that, you're able to ride up on your griffin, and you can tell the fish was almost about to duck down, but it barely got it just by the fucking tail. The DC is actually 15 while doing this. So you just barely managed to catch another one of these alpha fish and drag it onto the boat using your griffin. So there's a nice feast going on of fresh alpha fish. Tropical fish. It's actually fairly tasty. It's like a fucking ahi fish. Very hearty. But with that, especially after seeing 3 of the school pack disappear from the waters, you can see the other alpha fish start breaking away from what they consider to be the strange larger fish that seems to be hoovering up other alpha fish.
Them into beta fish.
Alright. So, essentially, that is one of the main days of your travel on the ocean, which there will only be one other. I believe this would actually be a fairly good time to end it, as obviously next week you will be arriving at Veronica Fairbridge's estate, as well as also one more day of travel on the ocean.
Oh god, that's when he's gonna spring the Kraken on us.
With alpha fish?
You could possibly get more alpha fish. Depends on what you roll on the DA.
Wait a second. Why do I feel like there's gonna be a turkogre fish?
Toger fish.
That time of year.
It's a koi toger fish, thank you.
Oh god.
What's something that could have a fish pun related to Thanksgiving food? A giant jello fish. A pike. Oh no! It's gonna be a giant pike.
It's a giant pike fish.
No.
A pumpkin fish.
Pumpkin pike.
There you go. The pumpkin pike. That's
Oh,
the
God.
best one. We
That
got
sounds
there,
like a
guys.
villain in the making.
Oh, the pumpkin,
Pumpkin
pike.
pike.
followed
It
by
really
the
does
chocolate
sound
pike.
like a
Why does it
fucking.
sound like a
Apple pike.
pirate? That sounds
Yo,
like a pirate.
honestly, the 3 pikes, and they're like different pirate ships, and they're all
Pumpkin pike, apple
pumpkin
pike, and
chocolate.
sweet potato pike. I call sweet potato pike husky because he's chubby.
Yeah,
Aww.
that's
Let's see. And after all that exposition, especially with the shit that you guys have managed to find out,
A good round of Civ.
essentially, and also starting a business, you guys get 5,000 XP each.
yo.
Hey, so where does that put us?
48 thou, 53 thou.
Guys,
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
figured out losing connection at midnight every Friday.
Well,
Since connection on my computer.
No worries, we're actually finishing up.
yeah,
I know I'm bad.
I'm sorry,
It's okay.
but
Uh,
don't worry.
How much experience and what?
So 5,000 experience.
5,000. Okay.
So, wait.
53.
What? For 48?
yeah, we're at 53,000, 53 thou. We have
We are about 30% in, yeah,
Of what?
of our
we
level.
need, we need 11 thou more.
Yeah, because you guys just leveled up last time.
Level up?
Level up?
Did you just say level up?
I mean, you guys could sail the oceans and fight a bunch of shit on the ocean, obviously.
Guys, I
Oh,
have a
for real?
new pitch for our show. So we go on the high seas and we just fight big monsters until we're level 15, and then we come back and we steamroll all the stuff because he would never level stuff up in our absence. Everything will stay the same.
How
So
about
we'll just
we
come
do
back
that?
and we steamroll the encounters that he had prepped before because he wouldn't have changed on us. That would be
We can do that, and then we can just send the hippogriffs or griffins, whatever they are, and
They're
invincible to fight the Shishu Paniki.
there. You go. See, now that's a
Yeah.
plan. This is critical thinking. Finally.
Because they're leveled up too.
Exactly. So we can
Our
go
griffin's
about our
better
business
level.
trade, and our pets can be the heroes of the world.
Our Griffin's better level. I'm gonna be mad. I better be able to train Featherhead, and he gets new attack. I want to teach him Sly Flourish.
I want to teach Invincible Misty Step, because that would be pretty dope.
Jesus,
That would
worse
be
than
terrifying.
Misty Step.
Misty Step with the rider.
I hate that. I hate to imagine an enemy with that. I'm imagining a monster that has that ability now, and it's horrible.
Let's
It's
just
like a lancer with the ability to bonus action Misty Step away.
let's just
Oh.
say it's a good thing you guys didn't roll a 1, a 3, or a 7.
That's 3 bad options out of 8. That's so many bad options.
And
It's not
I'm
even
the
at
one
a
that rolled.
20.
That's not even good.
God. Oh my god. And we just let Jin do it like we did. We didn't even think about it.
Well, I mean, it turned out really lucky that you did went and stopped to get the longship first, because those alpha fish 100% would just start beating the shit out of your previous ship.
Well, I'm glad we listened to reason and cooler heads prevailed.
Yeah. One of their traits is literally called too aggressive. Any creature that's one size category larger than it, or if it's surrounding it with the school, it will just start fucking eviscerating it.
Jesus, I hate that.
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna go to bed then.
Have a
Yeah.
good night.
Sorry, there was no
Gotta sleep in.
combat, but next time.
Night, kiddo.
It's okay. I'm just ready for next time.
It's true. It's gonna be good.
I gotta get some sleep.
Bye. I
I
should
got
go as
furniture
well.
being mailed tomorrow.
Ooh.
I got a furniture pickup tomorrow. Good luck.
Well, at least mine's is being delivered. I don't have to bring it up all these flights